Holland House cooking wine. Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and today we're making a Chinese chicken stir fry. The flavors in this stir fry are the best in the world for that really Chinese flavor. This recipe is really me in my most classic style. The ingredients for this dish are chicken. I could have gotten chicken breasts, but I personally like the thighs. You'll also need Holland House cooking wine sherry. I can always find this in my grocery store, and it's fabulous in flavor, and it's perfect for what we're going to use it for. You need garlic, you need fresh ginger, you need soy sauce, and you need sesame oil. These are the key ingredients for this dish. The vegetables, you can pick and choose what's easy for you and what you want. But with this core flavor and the chicken, since it's Chinese chicken stir fry, this is what you need to get to the essential taste for this recipe. I'm going to be cooking up onion, red pepper, Chinese parsley, which is also known as cilantro, snow peas, some shiitake mushrooms, carrot, green onions, bok choy, baby here, and green beans. You'll also need some simple salt, and to fry that chicken, you're going to need some olive oil and some butter, and some cornstarch for thickening it up. If you want other veggies, have at it. I've started my white rice already. It's on the stove. The secret to this recipe is the brining of this chicken. I'm pouring in 1 cup of the Holland House cooking wine sherry. It's going to marinate and brine those pieces of chicken. Stir that up and let that soak in. It's going to make that chicken extra tender and extra flavorful. One of the secrets to authentic Chinese taste is the ginger. That's fresh. This is how I peel my ginger. It's so easy. And when I'm at the store, I just chose a piece that was big and fat because I knew I'd have to do this peeling part. I really don't want to have to deal with trying to find my grater right now, so this is another secret. I make these really thin. What I want is a lot of surface area to filtrate my Chinese chicken stir fry. And this does it. And look at how easy that is. That took me no time, and I didn't dirty up my grater. Yay! For this dish, I only want really 1 tablespoon of shredded ginger. And into a little vessel he goes, because I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of the sherry, and that's going to marinate my ginger. It's going to make a special sweet Chinese flavor to it with my garlic, which is what you need next. This may be an extra long one of my recipes, but you're getting all the tips I have for all these different ingredients. YouTubers have to battle with audience retention all the time, and I certainly do. So some of my recipes are cut pretty short, but this is the classic one to learn how to do stir fry and work with all these vegetables. For instance, on my garlic, I am just pounding him and I'm peeling him. Oh, one got away. That seems to me to be the fastest way with just a knife to get little pieces of garlic in your recipe. Of course, I have garlic presses, but this makes it really fast with me to work with, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Chopping garlic fast is a great skill to get to, but keep the other fingers really away while you're doing fast knife work. Scrape and then chop. I'm putting in about 1 tablespoon of garlic, and he just wasn't fat enough, so I'm doing another clove. Here's number 2. He's joining the party because he wanted 1 spicy Chinese party. Okay, let's put that garlic in the brew. In he goes. And swish him around. Oh yeah, he's going to suck up all that sherry too. It's going to be one great dish today. Before I even chop those vegetables, I'm going to be sitting here sauteing my chicken because I want to get to that finish line fast, and this is what I do. We're busy. We got lots of things to do in life. Whoa. Sizzle, sizzle. Back away. There's a lot of heat in this kitchen today. Wow. I don't mind it though. I want to get a brown on that chicken. And that sizzle tells me I'm closer to that point in my life. spread the chicken pieces around so as much of their surfaces are touching the hot heat of that frying pan. I started with the oil, and now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Everything's better with butter. While that butter is melting, we see that. Now we're going to add the garlic and the ginger that's been marinating, and that Holland House cooking wine sherry. Now notice, I am not disturbing my pieces of chicken. I want the little edge to touch the pan to get a little brown. So don't disturb it, just add that other stuff to it. That cooking sherry is going to cook down and glaze the bottom of the chicken. So keep that on high, and now let's go get those vegetables all chopped up and ready to go. Because this is going to take about 10 to 15 minutes to get a nice crystallized brown on the other side. When you're doing a stir fry, one of the tricks is to get the most dense ingredients cooking first. You don't want wilted sugar peas. So when I cut carrots, I like them in little tiny pieces. When I was a kid, I never liked those big fat circles of carrots my mother always tried to serve me. If she had camouflaged it more in little pieces, I would have enjoyed them more. So if you're a mom and watching this, or a dad, think of that. So I've quartered them lengthwise, and now I'm doing a little chop on the cross section. I'm using 2 carrots today, but feel free to use 1 or none. This stir fry is supposed to be your favorite vegetables. I have a little Chinese flair to this, but it can be anything you like. These carrots are going to go on deck, waiting for their turn. Mr. Onion is next. He's the second densest of my ingredients. What are your favorite vegetables in stir fry? I need to know these things. Tell me. This is how I chop an onion. People don't like the way I chop onions, but it works for me. But you gotta be so careful because they're slippery. I wear contacts so I don't get the teary eyes. If you put it in a freezer beforehand, you're not gonna tear up as much. But I don't really have to worry about it. I'm really lucky. Chop, chop, chop. I decided in my vacation time, I'm only gonna put half an onion today. He's next has to batter up. For efficiency purposes, we got another pan going to cook the vegetables. So I put a little butter in them. And to make sure that butter doesn't burn, ouch, it gets a little bit of the olive oil. Toss in those dense carrots. Now they're gonna hang out there, and we need to flip the chicken. It's starting to bite me. It's pecking at me. See the color? Wow, flip that. Let's see what he looks like on the other side. It definitely is getting caramelized. That's more like it. I got all involved. This is gonna be a fantastic dish. And I'm just telling you, it is what it is. Don't give up. Don't give yourself a ticket if a little part of it is a little more done than the rest. It's going to have beautiful flavor. So flip them all. These are the tips for a very gourmet stir fry. That little bit of garlic in there is perfect. It's starting to get brown too. Look at that beautiful flavor that you scrape off the bottom of that pan. All that chicken juice is concentrating in flavor. It's going to be amazing. At this time, I'm adding the rest of that
Holland House cooking wine sherry
with the chicken juice. Oh, now to glaze that pan. Whee! Look at that gorgeous sauce you're making. That's going to be delicious on our Chinese chicken stir fry. After we deglaze the pan, we're going to put that on medium-low, because that's going to finish cooking the rest of the chicken, and it's going to make it super tender. Those carrots have been going at it for, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes while we worked with the chicken. And now we're going to add the onions. Next dense ingredient. In you go. Stir it up, and then walk away from the crash. My next dense ingredient are these beans. So I pick off the little stems. Nobody wants that stuck on their teeth. I could leave them whole, but they're getting chopped in half. Broccoli would be great in this dish too. But I went for the beans today. They were on sale. I've pre-washed them. I've washed all my vegetables. I'm a little hesitant about bringing pesticides into my dishes. It's just a habit you get into when you cook. You wash everything, your hands, the food. You go through a lot of water, even in a California drought. Give it a stir. And these beans are gonna go on top. It's getting to be a toss-up of what the next dense ingredient is. So I'm taking my chances in life right now. It's gonna be peppers and then mushrooms. I'm calling it peppers. And you put in those peppers on top. I'm not even gonna stir it because they're so much lighter than the green beans. My heat is still on high. I think the baby bok choy is almost like a celery, so that's gonna come next. But I'm not gonna put the leaves in, I'm just putting the base in first. You can substitute celery. That's usually the most common ingredient. And the baby bok choy was 50% more expensive than the old lady bok choy. Add those. I'm adding my shiitakes next, but they're not gonna go with my vegetables because I'm gonna take advantage of the really rich Chinese flavor and put them in with my chicken. It's gonna be great in that sauce, and they have this quality about infusing the food around it. And I think it's just gonna be better with that chicken, and I'm gonna get more of that flavor permeating the dish. So there they go, into the chicken, and I'm going to stir them around. Look at that rich sauce. That is just beautiful. That chicken is gonna be so moist and delicious. So as not to waste any of this precious Chinese parsley or cilantro flavor, I'm cutting the stems, and they're dense, and they're going in next. I'm gonna save the tops of this for topping the dish. There go those stems. They are gonna get soft in this stir fry. So don't be afraid to use all of your ingredients. I'm thinking that is looking a little dry in the bottom. I want some more butter. The heat is still on high, and that butter is gonna be great in there. So I'm allowing for that. That is 1/4 cup butter altogether, and it's 1/4 cup olive oil. Wow, look at the bright color it's becoming. It's getting done. I'm cutting off the rootstock. I don't need that today. Bing. The white is dense and it's a little hot, so it's gonna go and join the party. And I'm stopping about halfway up, because that's gonna be garnish. There you go. Stir fries come together so fast, it's a great weeknight dish. Oh, it smells delicious. So the bok choy leaves get a little more cutting, and these snow peas are gonna go in whole. I put these on the last 60 seconds, they cook so fast. And give a quick top to your cilantro tops and your green onions, because that's our garnish today. And it doesn't need to be cooked. To prepare that sauce, you're gonna need 1/2 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, because that's gonna thicken up that gravy and make it ooze all over those vegetables, chicken and rice. Now stir that up because you wanna dissolve the cornstarch. You don't want any lumps in your Chinese chicken sauce. And to spike up that sauce, you need 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Yum, smells great. And 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And they can add more to the table if they like more. 2, there we go. And now add those little delicate last ingredients, your snow peas and your bok choy leaves. I'm gonna give them their own little special salt so nobody's left out. That's about 1/2 teaspoon. It's sizzling. There's things happening in that pan. Oh man, that is gorgeous. Look at that caramelized part of those vegetables. The little sugars came out. They got all toasted at this party. Let's look at the chicken, see how he's doing. That sauce looks so rich. Here we go with our cornstarch and water in it, and our sesame oil and soy sauce. That is going to be the most rich, beautiful Chinese chicken stir fry in the world. Make a comment. What do you think? Your heat's on medium because that cornstarch needs to cook a little bit. I'm adding another 1/2 cup of water because I want more sauce, and I see it separating. Wow, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. If you want more sauce, keep adding water because you're in control. This is where you make it the consistency you want. Wow, that's just beautiful. I like all that sauce over my rice. Wow, our luscious vegetables go next. I'm doing the layering effect. I could have added it all together, but I just think those beautiful vegetables, just sauteed as simply as that, makes a nicer presentation. And our star. our Chinese stir-fried chicken with that great sauce, with the chicken marinated in the Holland House cooking wine sherry. Bing! And I got my trusty chopsticks. Let's have a bite. That looks awesome. Oh. Wow, what a flavor. And it's so tender. That's fabulous. I'm Rebecca Brand. Subscribe to my channel, and let's keep making great things in the kitchen, like Chinese chicken stir fry.